This is Latin Apps and Snacks Part 5, where today it's all about quesadillas. We're going to be making a carne asada quesadilla and a vegetarian quesadilla with mushrooms and jackfruit. Come on, let's get started.
You're about to have a little taste of what you're missing. But if you cannot stand the heat, get out the kitchen. Full of flavor, flavorful, save your tools. Te vamos a enseñar unas recetas del baúl. Slice, dice, chop, nice spice, hot or mild. We got it, you just name the style. One in a mill, culinary skills, prestigioso. Todo queda sabroso.
Well, what's there to eat?
Get off, Napoleon. Make yourself a dang quesadilla.
Fine.
What's not to love about a quesadilla? It's basically a flour tortilla that has a filling with cheese and other accoutrements, and you fold it over, or you place another tortilla on top and you griddle it, and the cheese begins to melt and become all gooey. The outside is nice and crispy. And it's literally the best finger food, served with guacamole or sour cream or avocado crema. Numerous ways where you can enjoy a quesadilla. You can fill it with pretty much anything. Today, we're doing carne asada and a vegetarian version, but you can do seafood, you can do chicken, you can do pork. There's endless possibilities to what you can put in a quesadilla.
Today I'm using flat iron steak, which comes from the chuck or top blade area, which is tender, well marbled, and great for grilling. I'm seasoning the steak with our very own signature spice, which is power packed with flavor, pungent in its aroma, and can be used for all types of dishes. It's comparable to the popular Latin spices adobo and sazon, but free from preservatives and fillers. But you can use whatever spice you like. Season the steak liberally on both sides. When seasoning meats, use one hand for seasoning and the other hand for touching the meat. That way you don't cross-contaminate. It's time to grill. When the grill is hot, add the steaks. If you don't hear the sizzle, your grill is not hot enough.
Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. Gonna flip that over. Look how beautiful that is. Flip that over. Okay. Gonna move it over to the side. Okay, so our steak is done, as well as our onions. That spice with that grilled meat, delicious. If you wanna buy this Sabroso spice, you can just go to our website, www.sabrosollc.com/shop, and you can pick up this spice mix as well as some hot sauces that we've created and some brand merchandise. It is a great condiment to have in your collection of spices, especially when you're doing grilled meats or even for rice and bean dishes, soups, and stews.
Our steak has been cooked to medium and has rested for about 5 minutes. This allows the juices to absorb back into the meat instead of on your cutting board. The meat has grains that shows the direction of the muscle fibers. So I'm turning the steak opposite of the grain and cutting it on an angle so that I get a tender slice of meat. Notice that as I cut, the juices are not spilling all over the cutting board. This is why it's important to let the meat rest. Look how tender. I'm also including some bacon because, well, it's bacon. Do you really need a reason to include bacon? This is an applewood smoked bacon that I'm cutting into bite-sized pieces. Now to assemble the quesadilla. I like to spread some refried beans on the flour tortilla. Place it on a hot pan and take shredded cheese, I'm using Monterey Jack, and spread it all over the tortilla. This ensures that the cheese melts evenly at the same time. Now add the carne asada, which is cooked perfectly. as well as the grilled onions, bacon pieces, your favorite salsa, and I'm adding some cotija cheese, which is optional. Fold the top half of the tortilla on top of the bottom half and press down with a spatula to make sure every square inch of the quesadilla makes contact with the hot pan. Flip several times to get even cooking. Remove from the pan and onto a cutting board. I like to cut the quesadilla into thirds. I garnish with some avocado crema and cilantro.
Now for a little taste. Look at that. That's a quesadilla. Just the right amount of fillings. That carne asada, that grilled meat, super tender because of the way we cooked it and the way we cut it. We have the bacon that's coming through, the refried beans, that avocado crema, salsa. Let me take a bite. Did you hear that crunch? If your quesadilla doesn't have a crunch, it's not a quesadilla. I'm just saying. That carne asada quesadilla was amazing. However, maybe you don't like meat. Maybe you're a vegetarian or a vegan. You can do quesadillas with totally meat-free ingredients, and it tastes just as good.
We have here some baby bella mushrooms and jackfruit from a can. I know some people rinse their mushrooms, but for this recipe, I suggest that you either brush the mushrooms or wipe it with a damp towel. The reason is because we want the mushrooms to hold their meaty texture when we saute it, and moisture will hinder that. Slice the mushrooms a 1/4 inch thick. The jackfruit can be pulled apart with your fingers, almost like you're shredding cooked pork. It even looks like shredded pork, right? In a saute pan, set over medium-high heat, add a tablespoon, actually 1.5 tablespoons, really 2 tablespoons of olive oil. The reason is because the mushrooms will absorb most of that oil. Saute for 3 minutes. Now add the shredded jackfruit and saute for an additional 3 minutes. Add a 1/2 tablespoon of garlic and saute for 30 seconds. I'm adding some tahini as a seasoning because it has the lime flavor that I'm looking for without actually squeezing a lime. Mix to combine. I'm also adding some chopped scallions that will impart an oniony flavor. It's a word. Now we're ready to assemble the quesadilla. Like before, I'm adding some refried beans, vegetarian of course, to one side of the tortilla. Then add cheese all over. This time I'm using a combination of cheddar and jack. If you want to make this vegan, just substitute a good melting vegan cheese. Now spoon some of the mushroom jackfruit mixture on top of the beans. I'm adding some slices of avocado, and a sprinkling of the cotija cheese. Fold over and press down with the spatula. Flip over several times until the tortilla is crispy and the cheese is gooey. Garnish with a chipotle mayo, jalapeno slices, and cilantro. There you have it. Mushroom and jackfruit quesadilla.
Thanks for watching. If you really like this video, smash that like button and click to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all new content. And remember, food can look good, but if it doesn't taste good, then your cooking is in vain. So make it sabroso.